the Colombia series. So, ran into somewhat of a problem. Um, it's all on me. I overlooked the fact that I should really have been concentrating on increasing the energy production instead of trying to stimulate the economy right away. So that's the downside to mainly playing with countries with large economies. So I have to readjust everything that I did the past two episodes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut back on the support deployment. So that's going to put $734 billion or million dollars back into the economy. Um, we definitely need more energy. And the cheapest option be offshore wind that can be done within 3 months. And we're going to put either 2 or 3 in this area. Now I'm pushing it. I really should do 2, but I'm gonna push it with 3. So that's gonna be
The
done
vote was
within
held and the reform.
that's gonna be done within 3 months. So we have
I think you're doing a good job.
a lot of things to do here. So let's go to free trade. So if we can um see. So we need to cancel um have to figure out how to cancel a free trade agreement. I can't remember exactly how I did it before. Alright, so we purchased nickel. I'm gonna suppress that. Alright, so unfortunately, we're gonna break off the agreement with Brazil and Mexico. So that should slow down our debt going up. Unfortunately, we created some bad blood with, at least temporarily, possibly with Brazil and Mexico. Yeah, you could do that for. Yeah, so our ties with Brazil isn't as strong. They still like us, surprisingly. Chile, we're just going to go ahead and ignore them altogether. Let's go to employment's at 11.26. Let's look at inflation. Now, this is going to spike up once our oil wells are done. So let's go ahead and boost that up to 10%. It's really going to stagnate our economy, but have to do this.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential.
Okay, so that's increased. Alright, so we could do some things with taxes. We can put this back up. Colombia debt reduction. Um, let's see. So we can increase the wealth tax. Bump that up to about 5. 5.5. Alright, so that's 67% approved. Alright, employer, do that. If we drop that down. Nah, I don't. Nah, I don't think I should do that. Alright, how about we go to unemployment? Alright, so 26 months is way too long. So let's drop that down to 20 months. People don't like that at all, but we need to get our economy in order. 42 hours. It will that alone. Alright, so what else can we do? Alright, let's go to our subsidies. Cereal. Alright, so that's one. Fishing, see how much that is. Alright, that's 1 million. And vegetables, we're gonna drop that down to 1 million.
This theory is undeniably gaining popularity on social media. Blogs on the subject are multiplying, even if it is still confined to.
It's awful. No, it's not a suicide.
Don't care what the US is throwing right. Alright, crime is falling, but it's still high. Yeah, occupancy rate is 117%. Let's do 3. Maybe kind of cutting it close, but we need to reduce our crime rate.
The population affected by the disaster is in a very precarious situation. Must have lost a lot and even everything and are asking the state for help to survive. So tell me,
919.
what budget do you want to allocate to compensate victims?
That's gonna
The
kill.
bill has been voted on and the law has been
Alright.
passed.
In a press release, the terrorist organization has claimed responsibility for the assassination. Our services are trying to confirm this information.
Alright, so let's look at finance. Growth is still too high. Let's go to street. Track that. Auto industry, we're gonna drop that completely. Copper, drop that to 1 million. And silver, that. Tire industry. Stop. Our networks. Let's see, how much do we have? Consumption dropped. Let's drop that to 2. And steel, that. Alright.
The members of this organization are in no way involved in the assassination.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Alright, so let's look at debt. And inflation. Alright, so inflation is still going down. Let's look at free trade agreements. So this would be the other one that we would get rid of if we have to.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage.
Our agents based in that territory, in coordination with our cyber analyst and network control services, are working to start a large conspiracy theory campaign.
Right. So how are we doing with energy? And how much more time do we have? Alright, so we've already covered 44 days. So that should bring roughly around 6 or 7 terawatts.
You are giving our country a big breath of fresh air.
Our fiscal performance in the last quarter is poor and shows a deficit, which has forced us to undertake an issuance of debt so that our national and international lenders can take it over.
Given that it is my duty to ensure the good financial management of this country, I must ask you to make more effort to bring our budgetary deficit in.
Alright. Let's see, what else can we do? Alright, how are they going to respond? Oh, surprisingly, it's 54%. So let's try that route. And that should hopefully affect inflation.
Everything has been implemented in the country to prepare for the national holiday that will take place in 2 weeks.
Our sportsmen are ready.
Okay, so happiness
The
increases.
competition will begin. You've changed the deal on ecological issues.
It must be conceded that there is a stalemate between the two armies.
Alright, so we don't care about the war with Russia at all.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is an excellent figure.
Alright, so that's growth is way too high. I know it's gonna spike our inflation up even more. So I'm gonna push everything up to about 15. See if that does it. If it doesn't, then I have no choice but to bump everything up to 20% then.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Your commitment to defending family values is a model for the whole of humanity.
Alright, so how much more time? Another 28 days.
Although your economy is
Alright, perfection of biodegradable plastic. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do
Our
that.
services report a new
Use every dollar that we can get. Let's see. That's going up. About Employment. Declining. All right, let's look at housing. How much longer? Oh, that went through already. Do that with financial transactions. They're not gonna accept that at all. Let's see, tourists entering the country. If we could bump that up to 12, let's see. All right, so go ahead and do that. Industrial pollution. Brings in 36 million. On August 10th, that'll be done. August 5th, that'll be.
Our fellow countrymen's purchasing power has been increasing lately. Purchasing power declines. Purchasing power declines.
All right. Okay, energy surplus is that. See how many more. Okay, literally in 8 days we should be up and running, and we'll see
The
how.
bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
We'll see what kind of effect that has on the economy. All right, so it looks like we're starting to stabilize growth. Hopefully, once our energy is up and running, that'll go down, and we can start making investments to try to boost the economy, get out of this rut that we're in. Generation. eh,
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Our sportsmen are ready.
All right, trout for 310 million. So looks like we have no choice but to pay that.
The competition will begin in a week.
This theory is spreading and attracting new followers. The media has widely covered the subject this week.
Let's go. All right, so yeah, finally it's starting to dip down. We're starting to slow down everything. Unfortunately, inflation did not get the memo. Let's try to increase by 1 more%. See what happens from that. And unemployment is still the same. Okay, so let's check energy. Yep, 7 terawatts.
In a statement sent to the press, the terrorist organization has claimed responsibility for the operation. We have collected intelligence from various departments. This theory is undeniable.
Alright, not concerned with Russia. Give Mexico 1 million in aid. And then it's head of state. We could probably shave off. Alright, so we'll reduce our own salary a little more. Alright, let's see what our credit rating is. So, we're actually doing well with our credit rating. As you can see, for Grumpy's triple B, double B, double B, and triple B. So we're AA, double A, and A. So economy is starting to slightly get a little better.
The funeral will take place next.
So growth is going back up again.
This person is at risk of a scandal.
Let's double check. And inflation is out of control. So fortunately, I'm just going to have to start making cuts then. Let's go ahead and so that cuts back $6 billion. But we take a major hit in our approval rating.
We have resisted the attack. We were able to trace the source of the attack. It is a criminal organization in this country who is responsible.
The bill has been voted on.
Alright. So alright, let's go to cabinet. Alright, so person for the treasury.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity to approach this particular The intervention encountered a series of insurmountable humiliations, leading the causal development towards one of the most beautiful fiascos of my career. Not only did the team fail, what's more, there were leaks. So the chances are that some smart guy will manage to follow the chain of command up to us.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna end this episode. Made some progress, not as much as I would have liked. And inflation is just completely out of control. And I still have, well, a platform being built, so maybe it'll slow down once this is complete. But in the meantime, thank you for the support for this channel, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.